Hello everybody and welcome back to another guide. I've been enjoying the last two that I made, so I decided to make another one. Today we're doing Tower of Leaning Legends in Ring 3. So yeah, this tower is a pretty good difficult. I would say it's probably one of the best towers in Ring 4. There might be a few more. With TOO, it depends on like what type of person you are. Because there's a big chunk of people who like it and also who hate it. So like it depends. Still, you I did not hear that many bad things about it. I haven't really heard many bad things about the Insane here. But yeah, besides that, this is probably the best one. Besides like Spiraling Heights. Because this one just, I think everybody, I don't think there's like any person that genuinely hates this tower. But yeah, before we start and I give some information, I recommend, here are the towers that I recommend you do before it and the ones that you do after it. So before, you should definitely complete Tower of Keyboard Eating, as well as Cold Hands, and probably wall hugging. The good thing is that I have a guide about wall hugging. Even though it's high difficult, you shouldn't really struggle that much, and it's, in my opinion, still high difficult. Might even be near peak, but it's really it should be pretty simple. After it, you should definitely try to go for challenging, and I would recommend that your first challenging should be Tower of Screen Punching. After Tower of Screen Punching, you can do TOIE, or you could do TOFAF. Which, for TOFAF, I also have a guide, since it's fairly easy and it could be easy and hardest. But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna stop giving myself self-promotion, and I'm gonna explain some story about this tower. So this tower was in the old Ring 4 already, and it was made by Goose 4000 and Chloe. The thing about this tower is that it got revamped, and yeah, the revamp is good, and the classic version is also good, so like, you won't really have that many problems, but I guess the newer one is a lot more polished. This tower is below 20 minutes, it has a normal frame, and we'll give each difficulty on it of each floor, and yeah, then let's get into it. Welcome to Tower of Leaning Ledges. This is probably my favorite Ring 4 tower. Not only due to the music, but just due to the gameplay. I mean, it's really fun and good looking. So yeah, for this jump, just simply aim for the wedge. You can just hold A and turn your camera to it. You can press W if you want to feel a bit more safe. Push at X, push and then move with D to the side while pushing it. Push it forward, and now you have some progress. I guess you could technically count that as button progress. This first floor has no outside, and if you fail there, you can easily enter back in. So if you're doing this on a tower rush, yeah, you're safe for this tower. Yeah, do the simple trust jump, and we're basically on 2. Welcome to floor 2. This floor, oh yeah, floor 1 was like, in my opinion, bottom difficult. This floor is a bit harder and longer, so you gotta watch out. It's not that bad though, really. So yeah, continue. Just push this and then walk while pushing it. And let's do this. And yeah, you have to push these. Be careful with this platform. And wait until you can like easily reach it. Okay, push this X pusher. Of course, be careful. I recommend that you should not push this as quick. Now I'm just doing that so you guys won't get bored. Push this thing here, I guess. But yeah, you should do these slow if you're doing this as your hardest. Welcome to 3. Okay, so this jump is a bit weird, but you just gotta trust me. Just go and then just jump to be extra sure. But I think you can just hold D. But yeah, you're basically on 3. Floor 2, I would say, is like low difficult. You know, nothing crazy yet. It's gonna get a bit harder though. I recommend that you are careful with these pinned platforms. since these are not that easy to climb, so you might fail these. So I do not recommend you to rush this part, especially if you're aiming for new hardest. To stand on the wedges, that is an important thing, and then just do this conveyor jump. I recommend that you don't jump too early, or else you won't really make it. Even if you make it, it's a bit dangerous and inconsistent. So jump rather late, I guess. Be aware of the ceiling, and that's it. Walk, and you should be near floor 4. This floor is a bit harder, around, in my opinion, mid difficult. Later on though, the floors will get harder. But yeah, this floor is really simple, I guess. Yeah, I would only say that it's around low difficult. You know, this tower's pretty balanced. Climber's Trust, and yeah. Just do this fit in and wrap. Okay, do this stuff. Go here. Against the wall. Then that's it. Aim for the platform, and that's it. This part is safe. Just do these wraps. Be careful of the tight space behind these. And these dark parts are like seed parts. If you don't know how these work, you basically, if you touch these, you will go into this sitting animation. That's literally it. Go up here. You need to touch this dark green part, and you will get brought here. And that's it. And now you're on 5. 5 is arguably the hardest floor. But once you've beaten it, you could easily pass it. I would say that this floor is around bottom challenging. So you gotta be a bit careful with this floor. Especially these small X pushes can screw you up. So I recommend that you stay careful, since there's like no way you can practice this without VM. And you know, I don't think that you have VM by playing this, so yeah. But if you have, of course, you can practice this part. You know, I want to be a bit careful using the word practice on the towers that are below intense. But anyways, let's continue talking. Do these fit-ins, and be careful of that platform that could hit you. Okay, this is a jump, basically. Aim for this when you're not the one that goes bananas. I don't know. Yeah, do these wraps. You might over jump them, so be careful to do these, right? I think they nerfed this. Okay, this is just a simple spinner. Nothing too crazy. Oh yeah, these are a bit weird, so I recommend that you do not stand on the edges for too long. Be careful with the ceiling due to your camera getting blocked off. This is simply a stick out, and be careful here with your camera turn, and then push, go onto this pusher, and do this. Aim for this platform, and boom, you're near the end. Last X pusher. Stand on the outside to evade that thing here, and just climb the truss. You've just beaten the hardest floor. Yeah, that you've now gotten a button, and you can easily skip this floor. Welcome to 5, but 6, I mean. Yeah, just because you passed the hardest floor does not mean that the rest of the tower is easy. I would say that the second half is where things actually get weird hard. Maybe 5 I overestimated it. It's probably around peak difficult floor. Okay, aim for the X pusher. And just push. Okay, this part here, I really have... Yeah, whoa, okay. I think you should watch out of that. Yeah. Yeah, what was that? Yeah, I think that's like the bad part. Floor 6 is pretty hard. I would say it's like mid or too high difficult. So like, even though you passed 5, it won't be that bad since you only will basically the only hard floor is like 3. And I would say that the tower is fairly easy before 5. So like you will not struggle that much. Yo, this beatbox is driving me crazy. But in a good way. Yeah, simply just recover. The good thing is that this tower has a few nets throughout. Not full on nets, but it has like some partial nets, so that's good. Yeah, yeah, also probably a good way to showcase the recovery skip. These transparent parts are collidable on the ceiling. That is a good thing to know for you. Because of course I've beaten this before. I think this was like one of my last towers before I reached ring 9. I definitely remember that I think I forgot the name, but like wait, and now I think about it. What was my last tower before I got to ring 8? Okay, but here you gotta watch out. You gotta press this button, stand here, push this, and then go forward. Yeah, okay. Don't take your time there, okay? You gotta do it quickly or else you will use your run. Yeah, go there, I guess. Aim for the cylinder here. Be careful of this part. These might rotate and then you'll lose your run. Is this existing? Okay, take this exposure then. I think this skips yet. Okay. This just skips the walking bit, but if you do not feel safe doing that, you can just do the walk, I guess. So, you know, sometimes you kind of feel unsafe. Yeah, that platform slightly pushes you up. Okay. TUEA music. Anyways, we got a speed booster now. Good luck. Yeah, just not that much. Make sure to be really careful with these ladders, since you can easily fade this. Okay. And this floor is around high difficult, I guess. I don't know. Really, it's pretty hard to rank these floors in difficulty. And do this. Yeah, aim for that triangle. Yo, I love this sound. Sadly, I think this is Sonic Riders. Yeah, climb this and the rest is simple. Just do these simple jumps and you should be there. Yeah, okay, be careful. Yeah, the next floor has a few conveyors, which I recommend watching out. But the tower warns you. So these red things, do not get to these. These will kill you. I think they're like extremely fast, so just avoid any contact with them, okay? Stay as far as possible from these. So red is bad and black is good. Yeah, here you see the first instance. It pushes you in the wrong direction really fast, so I recommend that you do not have any contact with it. Most of these conveyors are just there to help you fall. Do it fast. Okay, yeah. I think you're supposed to... Okay, yeah, you're not supposed to jump. Evade these. Good thing that they also have an outline, so you can spot them easier. Yeah, jump in the gap. You need to stand still and jump into this gap. The spinner will take you. And that's it. Do not press anything. Be careful here. These are just some slight wraps. Do not try to walk around these. It's pretty hard. Okay. Oh yeah, this floor is also really hard. It's around peak difficult. And it also has a few outside. Oh wait, this is floor 8, right? Yeah, we're about to enter floor 9. Floor 9 is a bit weird with the decoration. But yeah, you shouldn't really struggle too much with it. Be careful of that fence dot. That is a pretty hard thing. But yeah, besides that, we did it. Floor 9 time. Yeah, this floor is like the space floor. I don't know. It has like these weird animals, like these like bugs. These like caterpillars. Yeah, caterpillars. You know, this looks pretty cool, but yeah, watch out for this platform. And that's it, you know, some fence dots. Be careful, you might fail. Yeah, get this X pusher. Yeah, these X pushers are really weird. This tower. Do this, and boom. And you're on floor 10. So this floor is, in my opinion, bottom challenging. It is really loop faily and long. Is it bad? No, but you gotta be careful. I have to make the music louder, sorry. But yeah, this floor is basically consists of like I think 20 challenges. And yeah, you have to beat them all, of course. You couldn't see by ending due to that foggy part. So pass it. There are multiple within outside, so I recommend you be careful. I think there's like a teleporter on these. So yeah, but still I'm not 100% sure. So be careful. Okay, be careful here. Do you remember the old saying? Do not touch these conveyors. Oh yeah, this floor is also kind of a semi recap of the tower. That is one thing that I forgot. So like there are gonna be a few rooms based off old gameplay, just so you know. So I think there's also gonna be a conveyor part, and of course you're gonna recognize some stuff. Like for example, this from floor 6. Okay, you should do that forward, not like I did. Yeah, the speed changer from 7. Do you recognize this? I think maybe there are only 10 challenges. 8. Yeah, 8 is the one with the, you know, conveyor. And the outside. This is the final outside. Evade all the red conveyors, like I told you. This will just do nothing. Just press nothing while being on it. That's it. Stay against the wall on that part, I guess. And yeah, this is similar to floor 7, the spinner. Basically, just wait. It will take you. Do not press anything. I recommend that you jump to be a bit more sure. And that's it for the outside bit. 9 is still kind of hard. It has these things like these bugs, so be careful with that. Get onto this planet and then just take this. You know, this tower looks really cool, but just continue. And here you should be able to do that fit in, and I think this is the final challenge. You're so close. Don't stop now. Yeah, this is a button challenge. You have to be a bit quick, but do not rush too much. The timer is, you know, it's a difficult. There are not that, you know, tight timers, of course. And then there's the wind pad. And yeah, you've beaten Tower of Leaning Ledges. This tower's quite long for a classic tower. But I guess, you know, it's above 20 minutes. But it's a Ring 4 classic tower, so it's kind of hard. Long, I mean. You know, Ring 4 was definitely an area where just stuff started getting longer. I mean, Tower Sun just got a lot longer. I mean, before that, the longest tower was like, what? Winning every run. And like, in this area, there are a ton of pretty long towers, like Terrible Mondays, Nonsensical Platforms, Leaning Ledges. Of course, Codes also was made for this ring, technically. Storm was planned for this, which is also not that short. So yeah, this was the beginning of Ito Towers getting longer. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this guide and I hope could help you. good luck with your completion, and we'll see you next time, I guess. And bye.